The FDA is now admitting that some chicken meat might contain small amounts of arsenic, even though they are stressing that it is too small an amount to be dangerous to people who eat it. They said that there is a new study which shows that an ingredient in chicken feed that contains arsenic called roxarsone may make its way into the parts of the bird that are consumed by humans. Previous studies indicated that arsenic was eliminated with chicken waste. However, some people disagree. They say that no, the FDA always said that the arsenic was eliminated with chicken waste, but that there weren't actually reliable studies which indicated that. So as a response to this, Lewis, there is actually a lawsuit against the FDA, and it's the consumer advocacy group Food and Water Watch, which announced that they are suing the Food and Drug Administration, saying, listen, we filed a Freedom of Information Act request regarding records about arsenic-laced drugs, and the FDA did not respond, and we believe they were deliberately hiding information. They knew about this because they didn't want anyone to know that the arsenic in the chicken feed was getting into the actual chicken. This is not good, and the FDA says that they are now going to ban and eliminate that additive from chicken feed. So it's one of these things where, listen, we didn't want to talk about it for years, and we always said that it wasn't in the food, but it does actually get into the food components of the chicken that you eat, but it's not bad for humans, but we're banning it. So that always is kind of a red flag, isn't it?
Right. Red flag number one is why is Pfizer making an ingredient that goes into chicken feed?
That's a very good question. Very, very, very fair question. I didn't mention that Pfizer makes that additive. Go on.
Right. That's really the number one question here. How is this allowed to happen? Why is it necessary? And why is Pfizer involved with chicken feed?
Two vegetarians sent me this story, and I actually think that it's great that individually, as vegetarians, they still care about what's going on with meat products, but this isn't really a vegetarian or not thing because there are pesticides in produce. We talked about just earlier on the show, deaths from an listeriosis in cantaloupe. We had the spinach debacle, Lewis. There are preservatives in boxed foods that don't contain meat. I mean, you need to just be aware, and if you have decided to be a vegetarian, that's great, but that doesn't put you outside of the risks of the big food system that is really in place in most of the country and most of the foods that are sold in supermarkets.
Right. And also just be aware that the FDA is a joke and owned by corporate interests, and really never trust the FDA.